How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to yet another weekly warehouse update. I'm very excited about this week and next week. We have all kinds of sick stuff dropping both, so get ready. We're gonna kick it off with probably the most exciting thing. So you might have seen over the past few years, it's happened twice. Konner has developed we'll call it an arch nemesis, hole 3 at Peaksview. Okay, he has spent a collective over 10 hours trying to ace this hole on live streams. The first 9 was on an Instagram live. The next 100 minutes, or it ended up being a little bit longer, was on YouTube live. Hasn't aced it. So we're bringing it back Monday. And you might be saying, why are you telling me about that? Because me, Brody, Trevor, watching him do this, we think the reason he hasn't aced it is because he's trying to throw hyzer flips up the middle, dead straight at the basket. And we keep trying to tell him, throw hyzers out to the right. And one of us was talking, we were like, if he just had 100 zones and could just rep out with the same disc over and over, he would get it. So that's what's happening Monday, and you have a chance to be a part of it. So we have 100 zones stamped with the Konner horse stamp here. So the infamous you remember on Tour Life, they came up with the Yuli horse, combining Yuli and Brody, the dark horse. So on Grip Lock, to fight it, we invented the Konner horse. It has been our It didn't work. It worked for a little bit. It has been the best selling piece of podcast merch this company's ever seen. So you probably already know it. You probably already love it. Heck, you might even have a t-shirt with it on it. But we have 100 Konner horse zones, and they are for sale right now over on the site. They're 1 through 100. So they're going to be numbered. You'll be able to pick your color, and then the numbers are going to be within the color. So if we have let's say there's 20 blue will be 1 through 20. Yellow will be 21 through 30, so on and so forth. That way, you'll know once Konner's ace with one, there's a chance that he's going to ace with your disc. So you can pick a zone up, and now remember, he's going to be throwing these. So you are buying a futurely used zone just on hole 3, so there shouldn't be a lot of wear and tear on it. But you are going to be buying a zone that he's going to be throwing on Monday's video during the live stream. And like I said, you have a chance that it's going to be the one he aces with. We're super stoked for it. If nothing else, he can call out your name on the live stream and be like, all right, Steve, this one's for you. So if you want to be a part of that, you can pick up a zone right now. Like I said, only 100 of these, and then Monday is when the live stream is going to be going down on our main YouTube channel. So pick up a zone today, tune into the live stream Monday. Monday's live stream, he's not leaving until he aces. So this is it. This is the last time we're doing this. We have 100 zones. He's going to rep through them. He's going to get it Monday, but be a part of history of picking one up today. Now over here on the release shelf, we have a brand new mid-range from Mint Disc, the Taco. It's supposed to feel like a Mustang, but offer you a more overstable flight. It's not going to be crazy overstable, but a nice, consistent, overstable mid-range. Has a small bead on the bottom, very comfortable hand feel. I'm really excited to get out in the field and throw this. I haven't had a chance to toss it yet, but we have the stock stamp one. Then there's also, let me see if I can get one that has a little more contrast, the Skull Taco stamp. Pretty fun there. And then they also went the vintage wrestler route as well. So 3 different stamps on this brand new disc from Mint. The Taco, like I said, just a nice, consistent, overstable complement to your Mustang if you already like that. And we also are super excited to be working with this creator. You probably know him. You definitely love him from Instagram. Bear Bite. We have some Bear Bite custom stamped Hades. These are Bear Bite stamped on the top, Hades on the bottom. If you haven't seen Bear Bite, it's probably just because you don't know you've seen him. He's a dude, he's just ripping thumbers, rips, thumbers that are forehands, crazy looking shots, gets a bunch of aces, wears really fun sunglasses, and he's the one who challenged Bert Kreischer back in the day. So super excited, really limited run of these ESP Hades, absolutely gorgeous disc. You can now pick them up on the site and support what Bear Bite's going on. I feel like it's been a hot minute since I've been able to say the words that I'm about to say, but a brand new prototype Paul Macbeth mold is in the warehouse. We have the Kratos here, also known as the beaded Luna. Super comfortable feeling putter. This is in the typical Luna rubber blend plastic. You can see the bead on the rim there. So if you're looking for a Luna with a little bit more overstability, or if you're like me and you just prefer beaded putters, the Kratos is the answer for you. If you pre-ordered it, good news, your order's packed up and it's going out today. We already got it packaged all over here, but if you didn't, that's okay, because there's a bunch hitting the site tonight, a bunch of different colors. We got some grays, some greens, some purples, some oranges, all kinds of fun stuff that are going up on the site tonight. So If you're a Luna fan, or if the Luna wasn't for you because it wasn't beaded, either way, this one scratches that itch. I've thrown the test flight ones. I haven't had a chance to throw this exact run, but the test flight ones were nice. You could lean into them. They go dead straight, have a little bit of a fade. I wouldn't really call them an overstable putter. It's kind of like an overstable run of Lunas. So if you remember some of the runs of Lunas where you could really lean into them, they were like some of the Big Z ones back in the day, some of the Crystal like 5-time ones. That's kind of what this flies like, where it's got that like true lean into it stability, but it's not gonna like dump on you. It's not gonna go crazy far left with the backhand. So if that's kind of the flight you're looking for, you can pick up the Kratos and try it out today. It also feels phenomenal for a putting putter. If I wasn't locked in on the bangers, I might give these a try, but hey, banger love, banger life. All right, we're back in the Discraft shelf to tell you about DGA, not Discraft. If you don't know, DGA is made by Discraft, and they basically provide you wide variety of molds that really fill a lot of the gaps. One of them I want to tell you about today is the Bonsai. So it's 8403, which made me, when I went out to the field, expect it to fly like an 8-speed Firebird. It doesn't. It's actually a sick flyer. Has a little bit of push up, the one I threw. So I can rip it on hyzer, get it to kind of get up, not quite to flat, but start to flip up, and then have a good consistent finish. Really enjoyed throwing it on forehand too. Great flyer. I can see why. I think it was Austin Turner that we still have. Yeah, an Austin Turner signature one right here. I can see why he chose it for his signature disc. Also want to tell you about the 1-2 punch that is the Hurricane and the Hypercane. I just grabbed 2 Tour Series ones. I'll grab more stock ones here. Grab this plastic one. So we have the Hurricane here and the Hypercane here. So the Hurricane is basically most comparable to maybe a Zeus. It's like a beat up destroyer. You'll be able to get a little push out of it. You'll be able to get a little turn, a little fade. Really, really great disc. Very underrated mold. I think this is the distance driver a lot of people are looking for, and they just don't know it exists. Great feeling forehand, great feeling backhand, but the great complement to it is the Hypercane, which is like a consistently overstable force. So it's a nice, overstable, reliable finish, and it feels similar to the Hurricane. So you can get these and kind of cover your boom distance shots and your more consistent finishing shots with the Hypercane and the Hurricane. And they're also fun because, I don't know, Hyper, Hurricane, it just is a fun naming system to me. The final one I want to talk about is at the bottom somewhere, I do believe. Here it is, the Sail. I love throwing hyzer flips, and that's what the Sail does. It claims to be an 11 speed. I don't think it quite is. It feels closer to like a 10, maybe a 9, but it's a hyzer flip to just turn forever, has a bunch of glide. If you're kind of a newer player, you're looking to step up to the distance driver slot, the Sail could be for you. It says it's 11.5, -5.1. I don't know if I would quite go that drastic because that's like almost Rolo territory, but it is very flippy. So it is going to flip for you. Maybe not all of you, but if you're looking for a really fun, just like trick shot type disc, something you can get really easy distance with, I think that's where the Sail comes in, is just really just softly throw it out there and it's just gonna go a ways, and it just wants to stay in the air. Ton of fun, a lot of fun to throw this disc. You'll have a ton of fun with it. So if you haven't checked out DGA's lineup, I've told you about a bunch of different molds here over the past few weeks. I think our full DGA restock's up now, so you can head over to the site and check it all out. All right, Cast the Plast, we've been telling you again about it for the last few weeks. The full restock is now up. I want to highlight a few things. First off, the baseline Bergs and the baseline Ricos are up. These are their K3 plastic, one of the best feeling baseline plastics on the market. And yeah, the Berg and the Rico, really fun 1-2 punch for throwing putters here. The Berg, a 1-1-0-2. Everyone says it has no glide. There's a pretty point and shoot putter. The Rico, on the other hand, does have a decent bit of glide. It's your more traditional flying putter. So really, really great 1-2 punch there. Moving on to some of the other ones that have hit the site. I think I told you about a few of them last week, so I'm gonna hit a few different ones this week. We're gonna kick it off with the Goat, I believe is how you pronounce it up here. A 4-5-0-1. Nice, straight, almost, it feels more like the mid-ranges of old. If you remember back to like the Mako days and stuff like that, if you've been looking for that type of mid, this is kind of what that feels like. This one's in their glow plastic. We also have it in their like stock K1 plastic. Really good feeling mid. Next up, I'm gonna hit 2 down here. First off, we have the Stig right here, 6.5 -2.1. It's kind of Cast the Plast's Leopard, more or less. It feels pretty leopardy as well. So if you're looking for a good step up from a mid-range, not quite to a full driver yet, but an understable, just consistent flyer, you can check out the Stig. And last but not least, I'm gonna hit is the Voss here, 12.5 -1.52. So pretty neutral flying distance driver. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I think this is the one I took out of the field. I was getting really good hyzer flip distance shots with, throw it flat and watch it kind of turn a little bit. A lot of fun with this one. It also feels good to me forehand. It is on a little bit on the shallower side, so if that typically is something that steers you away from a disc, I would stay away from this one. But for me, I've always kind of enjoyed that. Like it might fit kind of in the like X line of Prodigy, is kind of what I would say is kind of close to feel-wise. So if you've thrown the X line of Prodigy, you know those are a little bit shallower. So definitely be aware of that, but a great flyer if that's something you're interested in. And for the first time in a long time, I think there's a Disney song that says that, Frozen, we've had Clash back on the site. So half or so of the restock is up right now. The rest of it's being added. Will probably be up over the next week, but we have basically a full Clash restock. I'm gonna just let you know kind of the molds that are up right now. We have the Butter, very good feeling beadless putter from them. They have it in their hardy plastic. We might also have some in their softy plastic. I think I see some premium ones back there. The Cinnamon is a ton of fun. If you're like me and you're a Thunderbird thrower, you love the Thunderbird, the Vulture, that type of disc, this is basically a beat up Thunderbird. It has a little bit of turn right out of the box. Really good distance on it as well. A lot of fun to throw that. The Salt is their kind of 12 speed. You know, honestly, it's a 12.5 -1.3, which makes you think Destroyer. Those are the same flight numbers as the Destroyer. All the Salts I've thrown have been less stable than a Destroyer. You're able to get turn out of them a lot easier. We also have the Lotus in stock, the Peach, a nice understable mid-range, really comfortable feeling. The Peppermint, if you're looking for a alternative to like a Zone or something like that, the Peppermint is your answer. The Pepper's nice overstable. The Wild Honey is one of Trevor's favorite hyzer flip disc. And then when this disc came out, it made a bunch of waves in the market, and for a good reason, which is the Spice. Really nice, almost Sexton Firebird type of a flight. Very, very fun disc. I wouldn't call it crazy overstable. It's definitely like a step down from the Firebird, which is why I would put it closer to the Sexton, but great feeling, great flying. And like I said, that's all that's up right now from Clash, but there's more going on the site next week. We have basically every Clash mold in stock coming next week if there's one you're looking for that's not on the site yet. And last but certainly not least, we have some more Prodigy in stock. I'm gonna highlight their, I believe they call them their collab series discs or creator series, I think collab series. So first off, we have the Distortion in stock, which is a Kevin Jones collab disc. It's their Zone type of a disc, 4303. One of the best kind of like Zone mimics on the market. Very, very good flying disc. We also have the Kale LaVisca Shadowfax. This is a disc that I really wish they had when I was with Prodigy back in the day. Super great feeling disc, great flyer. Nice, I believe it's a 9-speed, doesn't have the flight numbers on, but I believe it's a 9-speed. Really good feeling disc. The next one as we step down is another one kind of in that similar realm, which is the Feedback 9.5 -1.3. Has a great pushing flight. You can get some really good distance out of it. Nice hyzer flip, forehand, backhand, whatever you want. Really shapeable shot. Another one in the Kevin Jones line. And the last one to highlight is in the Kale LaVisca line, which is the Strider. Again, kind of like that old school mid-range. Has a little bit of stability to it, a little sneaky stability, good like dome. It's kind of almost a putter mid hybrid feel. Tons of glide on it. Great point and shoot straight flight. A lot of fun to throw. So in addition to that, we have a bunch of other Prodigy discs in stock on the site right now, but you can head over to foundationdisc.com to find all of this I talked about in today's video and more. And like I said, next week brings even more exciting restocks, more exciting drops. We'll see you then.